song? Isn't that the one Lang and I was singing?
Yeah, you're right, the Guitar Serenade.
Wow, I'd love to do a show on a stage like this.
I'd come to see that.
The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air.
Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician?
Oh, that's right, I was a magician, wasn't I?
Some dedication. Aha! If it isn't Miss Trucy, and indeed it is.
Uncle Valent!
What exactly are you doing here? I take grim responsibility in tasks undertaken. I am inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss.
Our teleportation illusion. Ooh.
Should anything go wrong, it will reflect poorly upon me and my troop. As I went about exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano, and I remembered that fair lady's melancholy melody.
Hey Apollo, maybe Uncle Valent can shed some light on this whole thing for us. I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. That where I was vanishing at was your illusion, right?
Indeed, the Purple Prosecutor petitioned my performance. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear like a dream." Like a dream? Yet what can I work with on a stage meant for musical endeavours? There were none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorceress acts. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted. She disappeared from the top of the tower, but in order to move, you would have had to use some sort of secret tunnel. People come to me because I'm a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for time and... for a time and a place. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing as far as the thought in the troop gallery are concerned.
So you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well?
And went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why'd you ask why? I think it's probably quicker if I just go check it myself.
That's one big piano. I've never actually played one.
You should get Mr. Wright to teach you sometime.
No good, he can't play either.
I don't feel bad for the guy now.
Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back, this could be the debut of a prodigy. Ew.
Did you make that noise just now?
Let me try it again. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Huh? Look, this was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch.
That's a remote detonator if I've ever seen one. Someone must have thrown this into the piano.
The switch sitting here, tempting to push it.
Don't. You might blow up the whole Colosseum.
Apollo, please. You think every strange switch triggers a bomb. That kind of old-fashioned crime drama thinking doesn't cut it in our busy times.
Alright, Trucy P.I., please enlighten me. What do you think the switch does?
Maybe it turns on the electric razor in Prosecutor Gavin's dressing room.
A switch as big as a razor to turn on a razor? Okay. I know what you're thinking in that head of yours. Gramarye, yes, you say. I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort? Actually, yes, you're right.
Wow, he just read your mind, Apollo.
Well, everyone tells him that. He made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnifi Gramarye. It was he who began the great troupe Gramarye. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet, several years ago, that time came to an end. My troupe pulled a vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard. The TV screen a barren waste, stripped of illusion.
That's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down the supermarket.
When you start playing in supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. We hone our skills at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise up from obscurity into fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is Gramarye, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean? Yes, Zach Gramarye. Trucy's father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name higher than Gramarye in show business circles. None. I will see its return to glory. I, Valiant Gramarye. Our founder, Magnifi Gramarye, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles.
I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made the whole jumbo jet go, what happened to the jet again?
Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought. Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zach and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valiant and Zach were shining stars in the Gramarye crown.
Cool, huh? And Zach Gramarye was my daddy.
Now that Magnifi and Zach are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valiant Gramarye, who brings the Gramarye miracle back to the big stage.
I'm rooting for you.
Miss Trucy, you can't grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side.
One skill coming up.
Now, why do you get the topic of the case so quickly all the time? Now, I wonder... Damn it! We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time.
Thank you. That reminds me, that was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes, apparently they hired a professional magician.
Valiant Gramarye. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done?
I am afraid I cannot. Mr. Clamory made me swear never to tell a soul.
I was afraid of that.
Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know. I'm reminded I was wished to speak to you about something. When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind lying on the floor.
Device? Maybe you mean this?
That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much.
What? What did you think?
This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert.
I wonder whose this is.
We use it for communication. It could be quite inconvenient should it go missing.
We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him.
Yes, that's best. Thank you. So can I put it on? Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo.
Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry.
Ten for that, little buddy. This is Tracy reporting in. Over.
By the sudden silence.
No one answered.
Don't be silly. What good is a receiver that doesn't receive?
That's like I'm not performing forensic investigations.
You make her sound like she's some kind of forensic investigation machine. Which is just silly. Unless she's a super high-tech android that runs on snackoos. Huh. Can I ask you about this headset, Amilar? You said all the concert staff are wearing one?
That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all the band members too, I should think.
So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too, then?
They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. And a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system.
That makes sense. You think so would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. So why was this one laying here? Words can express my shock and chagrin. All I see before me is this stage and me upon it. Nothing smaller, nothing less radiant catches my eye.
True, you're getting on in years. Not much time left to make your mark, huh?
This is not how I was seeing it. So he doesn't care about what I have to show him. I get the point. Oh. Man, I don't fucking know where to go from here. I think I'm gonna have to look at what I'm missing. Well, I'm fucking dumb. Literally the one place I didn't think to look. I should know better by now. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? You give me the 2nd degree in court and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain Mr. The Taos left? My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But the bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now I know Mr. The Taos was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. Oh, I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Oh, chocolate snackoos popping down the precinct or something. I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're gonna find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange? So what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Oh, like on a beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? Wasn't sure what you said in court today. You know, about the case. How everything was happening according to those songs' lyrics. The Guitar Serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. Yes, we've... It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all this? Don't ask me, I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through an air vent anyway. What? You all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that girl. I met my embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. And it just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And make him even more and it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct and he could have shot the revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Larimer's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darren's voice at the scene, huh? That's right. Why can't you have a normal straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. You can take a look at this, Emma. Emma. Her rate of chewing is increasing. Better back off before it's too late. Do you think you can take a look at this? A small device.
Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for though.
A signal? Like an electronic signal?
What is it, Apollo?
Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found?
Oh, this?
Let me try pressing this switch.
Ow! It's on fire! The device is on fire! What's the big idea? Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. Nearly lit me up, that's for sure.
Don't look at me like that, I didn't do it on purpose.
I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey Apollo, let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now she has some first-hand experience. What, you're trying to bore me up again, are you? Who said you should get me? Who?
I'm not out to get you, promise.
Promise? No promise good enough when you're still carrying that weapon around. Try boring me again with that trigger of yours, and I'll throw 100 bags worth of snackaroos at you.
I've never seen someone munch so furiously. Better steer clear for a while.
What you trying to do? Burn me alive?
Come on, it was just a few sparks.
Says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here with just you two talking.
Anyway, now we know this is a remote for an igniter.
Let me see that for a second.
Well,
this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Incidentally, if you look at the cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamar's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage.
kinda seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage.
I guess I best begin on with my investigation.
We're off to look for more clues elsewhere then.
I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck.
I don't know a bit more about igniters myself. I'm absolutely sure that somebody else had slipped in. There we go. What, come to laugh at the murderer?
Darren!
I'll back home to pie hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect.
Darren isn't in the best of moods, is he?
Not many people are these days, it seems.
It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out.
Then Gavin had to go and rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid.
So about your alibi,
You have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. The music was playing when we heard the gunshots and found Mr. Littus dead. I got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too, right there on that stage.
your guitar playing was something else.
Thanks, little lady. See? The whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamar's fault. She's the one who said she heard the voice at the moment of the crime. I never even talked to the old windbag. How could she possibly identify me?
They won't let you work.
He won't let me work. Gavin says I've got to lay low till the suspicion's cleared. What suspicion? It can be just a stick in the mud. I wonder. Is that how she heard his voice?
Mr. Gavin, a stick in the mud?
He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whine the other day? You mean the thing with the mixing board? He's just a perfectionist, that all, not a bad guy, really.
I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums.
Band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Him? He's down the prosecutor's office most likely. The prosecutor's office? I've never been there, have I? The data on the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally I'd be down there dealing with it, normally.
Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office.
Maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Right on.
Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. And tell him I want in that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened, really? You don't think I did it, right?
Well,
Great. Wait, we're still a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was right up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping. Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself.
let's not talk to him anymore, alright?
Detective Darren Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice.
So this is it? The governor's head office?
It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, and that's why I'm asking. What's with the creepy thing, object, whatever?
Looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone. Oh well, I guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind the bookshelf real quiet like.
That's eavesdropping.
Why? We'd just be waiting, quietly, so he won't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band?
She made a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latas. Latas. Look, don't talk to me about those Bulgarians, okay? Just get me to the port, chop chop. Or stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? Ugh. It's times like this when I start to miss Darren. Huh? Hiya.
Just thought we'd drop in. I hope you're not mad.
How could I be? There's not enough tea here in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin the philanthropist.
Watch and learn, Apollo.
So, who have you come to see?
Huh?
Carrier, lead vocalist for the Caverners, or Prosecutor Gavin, scourges the courtroom.
What do you think he means, Apollo?
I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Right, apologies, there's no way I'm going to talk details about the case of you. If you want to get my attention, bring me something dramatic. I'm not here to get your attention, Gavin. I'm here to get your information. Ah, it looks like I'm about to always your headsets. Why are you wearing it, Fraulein?
I thought it'd be cool. I could pretend I was a concert security and stuff.
Actually, we found it in the venue and thought you might want it. Oh, nein, please, you'll keep it. It goes well with your cake, Fraulein.
You think?
She does look like she belongs on the stage, that's for sure. Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Wait, excuse me, did you say something? The remote control on the Valley Rally mission for the trial tomorrow. It's too early to show my hand now. You'd think someone with such a loud voice could speak more clearly, yeah? Ah, that reminds me. Did you see some paper today?
Yes. I always read the TV sections.
Good girl. How about you, that foreheads? I read the funnies. Then you'll have not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the Prosecutor's Deadly Song.
Oh, is that a new show? I haven't heard that one.
Nein, not a show. It's an article. News, you know.
Oh, does this have anything to do with the case?
Since getting back from the tire, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a manual's A to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless, endless. Thanks to the case you made today, of course.
Oh, that was all Apollo's idea.
Hey, There's a newspaper cover over there too. Oh, is that newspaper cover over there too? Oh yeah, it's a Bohemian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Bohemian. Oh, that's right. Suffice to say, there's big news over there as well. For they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics in my song.
I don't think Bulgarian could believe it.
See, mate. Huh? Huh. It's probably just a theory at this point. The journalist didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I already know what to think of it myself. Lionheart's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. Which is why I've had Dan step down to the investigation for now.
Yeah, I ran into him up in front of the Colosseum.
And I was invited guests, so it's a rather delicate situation. You'll understand how much I want to solve this case as quickly as possible.
I really love that song. It has great atmosphere to it.
You're correct with Lamar, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's right. Last year, I got into trouble in his legal system as a matter of fact.
And that's when you heard Lamiroir's voice?
It was a small jazz club I met that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her, so I used my influence, which was not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting.
Wow, prosecutors sure have a lot of clout.
I think he's sort of a special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she likes the work I did, and we wrote the song right there, backstage. Matty on piano, that dusted voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lamiroir.
Her music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like, say, Apollo.
It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump?
Don't call it a lump, that's a piece of history. And it's only brown, not really charred.
Ugh, no matter. I shall never sing the song again. I wouldn't have used the guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did the guitar suddenly catch on fire?
Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar?
I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this.
That's a guitar from the concert, isn't it?
I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed it wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyse the guitar, incidentally.
Oh, did you find anything out?
He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with intriguing. Intriguing? How's that guitar timed everything that went on?
Sounds like something we should ask about.
Look at all the guitars. Why so many? You can never have too many guitars. They're like my lovers. I didn't just hear him say that.
They're backup guitars, Apollo. Don't you know anything? Rock and rollers always smash their guitars at the end of a show.
No wonder it's so hard to make it as a musician.
You know what? You should try rocking a little, Apollo.
and breaking his guitars while he watches, that might be a little too rocking. Ha 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 ha! Of course, I would never do such a thing. Did I not say they are like my lovers? Do I seem like the kind of man who does such a thing to the ones he loves?
No, not at all. I mean, you're Mr. Gavin, upstanding prosecutor.
What happened to Prosecutor Gavin, God of Rock? The field is exhilarating, yeah? I sit here gazing down upon the city, writing my songs. Try working on cases. It is the same thing. I write lyrics the same way I can write evidence. It is the harmony between the logical mind and the primal spirit within. It is so hard to admit you're just like staring out your window daydreaming.
What's wrong, Apollo? You look confused.
I was just wondering where the work chair was in this office was. You're looking at my favourite chair right now. That's a massage chair, isn't it? That's an ergonomic, adjustable office chair.
I like the ones with vibrating rolls on the back. Those feel great. Did I say something wrong?
No. I merely realised the futility of an explanation.
What's on the plate there?
Is that gum?
Gum?
Maybe he was chewing on it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption.
You think a rock star could afford a fresh stick?
Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's not chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic.
Wait, that phone call.
Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. Litthouse? Wait a second. You're listening to my phone call, weren't you?
Who, us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to.
You were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter. Ugh, to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. Apparently, it's a model or something undercover Agent Litthouse was after.
This lump?
Well, you might tell us what you know about it.
Wow, look at that stereo.
To me, a life without music is inconceivable. I never turn down the volume even when I'm working a case.
That's a huge speaker. It must be really loud.
The room's completely soundproof, of course.
Really? At that place I can hear when the neighbour turned on the VCR to record something.
Maybe you can get Mr. Wright to talk with them, work something out.
And lately we've been getting complaints about Apollo's voice training.
Maybe I'll go over with Mr. Wright too. The display shows all the evidence for the case.
Look, Apollo, he's got 3 televisions.
Hey, don't look at those too closely. I'm still sussing out the details. Each monitor shows evidence for a different case. He does them all at once?
I wish I had 3 TVs.
What could you possibly do with 3 television sets?
I may look laid back and relaxed, but in reality I'm quite busy, you know. I'm living life at turbo speed, doing magic, going to school, investigating cases. If I had 3 big TVs, I could watch a magic video, do my homework and get a crime drama all at once.
The first 2 seem useful, I suppose. It was a beautiful instrument. It played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamour.
How'd I end up here?
She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it.
So this guitar's from Bulgaria?
That it is. They couldn't carry it on the plane. Changing air pressure and humidity ruins the wood. So I vacuum packed it in Eleanor's studio. I use a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched.
See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout.
I still think he's a special case.
Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burnt.
What was it you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar?
That's right, what was that all about?
Now, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? Called the sound hole? Oh, that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort.
A broken device?
Yeah, this in fact. The examiner was busy with evidence for the case for now, however, so he'll be checking this out once he finishes with everything else. Odd. That device looks strangely familiar. This was found in Mr. Latos's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long. They analysed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it's a replica of. You mean, whatever Mr. Charles was after? There seems to be some most logical explanation.
Well, what is it?
Don't ask me, Fraulein.
Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so.
I've put in a request for it to Interpol in my contacts in Bulgaria, but apparently there's a block on information somewhere along the chain.
Oh.
There's something either Interpol or Bulgaria doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Latouche went all through that trouble to become Narimar's manager, just to come to this country and find out more about this lump. And he died for it? I've sent someone to fetch the Colosseum to fetch Narimar. Perhaps she knows something about it being a Bulgarian. Satmar? You think they put a big enough label on it?
Maybe to keep people from eating by mistake.
Yes, I might think it was a otherwise tasty multicoloured lump of plastic.
Maybe it's the manufacturer. Sample toys when you can't afford the real thing.
Sounds like a company Mr. Wright would like. There's a lightly scorched, and then there's this.
It's burned clean through.
Yep, pretty much a useless piece of junk.
It's kind of like you after a trial, Apollo.
Which part? The burnt clean through or the useless piece of junk? It has to be one of these.
What is it, Apollo?
That device we found in your guitar. Take a look at this. That looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter.
Another one?
It was at the crime scene in Lamimar's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh, thanks for dropping by, Head Forehead. Thanks. Ah, you gave me so much information, such Igniter for instance. Oh, that. I never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, hmm? I guess I could have hit it, but somehow Sharon, it seemed like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for all the information about the strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Latruce was investigating.
Hey, that's right.
I've been thinking, Her Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives, all of us, none of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That's why I try to at least remain simple inside. Or to keep a single goal, to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? That's all. I can live with that.
Mr. Prosecutor,
Fräulein?
can I ask you why you sing in a band?
Ah, because I want them to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps.